Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Their final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Another carry now for Madison. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. You look at this Packers defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Packers bring pressure, and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. Special teams putting a mark on this game early. Opening drive, block punt.
And for one team, it's a good mark, and for the other, not so good. And this is why special teams coaches are like designated hitters to me. They don't get very many opportunities. They need to maximize when it comes their way. And as we just said, one of them did.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
This one swung out here to Jones. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. On play action. Out Packers. Jayden Reed, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Anders Carlson now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You look at this Packers defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It looks like working out of the gun. Cousins finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Jefferson moving in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. 6-0 our score after 1. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. Touchdown! Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
It's ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action now. Cousins. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Back to throw. Love buying time to his left. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the 1st. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Love. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Love. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Flipped by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Cousins again. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. To throw is Cousins. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Madison is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
On for the extra point is Folk. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Love. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Here's Reed returning, taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposite launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing. Love. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
Cousins now on 2nd down.
Completes this to Addison out left.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Following the interception, Love.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for two. Love.
And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And now they'll look to answer, working from to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Here's Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cousins.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a second down throw for Love here.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Love. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember that was critical, and it really energizes him. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, He thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Love with it here, third and short yardage. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Jones.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. An inside give to Jones.
And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Love. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Packers,
they get a critical 10th win on the year with 1 game left to go.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.